Well, I've been defending, or we have been defending Baumgartner from day one, but knowing what I saw in there today, he had no business being on the bench. He as important as this case and every other case that he tries is to the defendants or to the victims' families, he should have stepped down.
Are you angry with him?
I am now, yeah. Like I say, I've defended him until today.
Based upon what you heard in there, even as disappointing as it is, do you agree with Judge Blackwood's decision based upon the evidence you heard about Judge Baumgartner?
No, I still don't see any reason why we should have to go through this again. I mean, but y'all were all here, or most of you were. You saw Baumgartner. For the most part, he erred on their side of caution instead of, but the 13 juror thing, I knew when he started preaching on that it was going to happen. But I still want to know, when did y'all get a 2.5-hour lunch ever? We never did. We were always in court 45 minutes to an hour, so I don't know when all this was supposed to happen with this lady saying that we had 2.5-hour lunches.
I can't imagine going through another trial, 4 new trials. I can't imagine what it's going through you guys right
I don't really want to have to go through it again, but, we knew when this happened it was going to be a lifelong commitment, so as long as something has to be done, we'll be here to defend Shannon. I blame not just him, I blame those doctors that sat there and said, oh, you're a drug addict, but sat there and wrote him a script for 100 pills. 5 days later, writes him another script for 100. I don't think your doctor would do that. Those doctors don't deserve to practice medicine.
The police officers and law enforcement people that have been around us for the last 5 years, how do they do it? How do they keep busting the same people over and over and over? How come our system is that when you go to prison, you spend a fourth of your sentence and somebody boots you because it costs too much to keep you in there? I wonder how many victims, families, have lost family members to people that have been in prison once, twice, 3 times. Ours was killed and tortured and raped in every way you can be raped by 2 people
Who
that
should
was
have
out
still
on
been in prison.
good behavior. The judge today spoke of public humiliation. I believe that he was sincere, but he has no idea of public humiliation. I watched my family and my friends sit through 4 trials. Public humiliation. My daughter would be mortified if she was still with us with the pictures that you and the public saw of her and what they did to her. Half this courthouse knew something about the problem that Baumgartner was in. Some made some suggestions. They talked about it. But nobody did anything. He was talking about in there a while ago how some made suggestions and some did this and some did that. Nobody did anything. You do what the drug dealer did, I guess, call Randy Nichols. What's to keep you from walking down the hall? What's to keep you from walking across this building and going to Randy Nichols and saying, he got a problem? Let's wait and let it dump on 2 of the sweetest kids you ever saw. They don't deserve this. Our country today is a sad place. some of you people here today have seen us go through the worst nightmare you'll ever see for the last 5 years to get nowhere. We, the people, have allowed the freedom that was won for us to be destroyed. We, the people, have to wake up and see that the rights that they fought for all belong to the hoods and the gangsters and the drug dealers and the rapists and the murderers. Those are the people that's got the rights. The rights that they fought and died for belong to evil people. Who's wrong? Whose fault is it? I think it's our fault. Because there are some weak, liberal people that have put these laws in place that make it almost impossible to punish people that did what they did to our kids.
But I guarantee you one thing, they wouldn't like it very much, the system that they've created and changed it all into if it was their children. I can guarantee you that much.
I try not to listen and read y'all's blogs. I try to read your stories, but I try not to go down below and read what people, but the other day I read some people talking about they didn't want to hear any more about this. They didn't want to talk about it anymore. They just wanted it to go away. To those people, you're part of the problem. Get your head out of the sand. If you ever get stuck in this justice system, good luck. I love this country. It's time that we take it back, because whether you know it or not, we've lost it.
Supposed to be an honest man, upstanding man, just like Judge Blackwood said. You know, he defends that robe. He's proud to wear that robe. Well, knowing what he knew and as many pills as he was taking, if he was as good as he once was, he would have never taken the cases. He should have stepped down.
We were told not to cry.
And we got in trouble for crying when they showed pictures of our daughter laying on the slab.
We were told not to cry by a man that was on
Multiple drugs.
more narcotics than an elephant should be able to stand. I'm not perfect. I'm not a good person. I wished I was. I think I used to be better than I am now. But I know one thing. I'm asking everybody that is in earshot of any of y'all stations or newspapers, whatever, stand up. Let's get real. Let's change this. Because it ain't working. It ain't rehabilitating anybody.